Hello everyone, and welcome to the first ever Talan Brother Awards, the first award show to openly compete with the Oscars. Now, first things first, these nominees and winners were decided by the three members of the Talan Brothers podcast, me, Nathan Talan, my brother, Nick Talan, and our friend, Tyler Bourne. So, don't get too mad at us if the movie that you love the most isn't on any of these, or the movie that you love the most didn't win. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. These are just ours. So let's jump into it. First things first, let's get rid of the biggest disappointment of the year. We all want to expect something great when we go in to see a movie, and some of these movies just left our heads in our hands, leaving. Here are your nominees for biggest disappointment of the year.
Mid-90s, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Predator, and Crimes of Grindelwald.
And the winner of the biggest disappointment of the year goes to none other than Shane Black's The Predator. How can someone involved with the first movie and someone coming off the high of The Nice Guys deliver such an awful film? That's why we gave it the biggest disappointment of the year. No offense if you love this movie, but you may be wrong. Since the disappointment's out of the way, let's talk about the biggest surprise. Here are your nominees for the biggest surprise of the year.
Bad Times at the El Royale, Searching, Game Night, Crazy Rich Asians, Hereditary.
And the biggest surprise of the year goes to Bad Times at the El Royale. Something not typically appreciated when it comes to filmmaking is how to make a good trailer. We see plenty of duds throughout the years, but that's why we decided to create our own category highlighting the best trailers of the year. So without further ado, here are your nominees for Best Trailer of 2018.
Avengers: Infinity War, trailer number 1. Mandy.
It glowed from within, strange and eternal.
First Man, trailer number 2.
Please let the light that shines on me shine on the one I love.
Crimes of Grindelwald, trailer number 2. And Mission Impossible Fallout, trailer number 1.
What the hell is he doing?
I find it best not to look.
Now this category was stacked, but no trailer quite gets us like the first Mission Impossible Fallout trailer. So your winner for Best Trailer of 2018 is Mission Impossible Fallout trailer number 1. Now we here at the Talan Brother Awards would like to highlight an aspect of filmmaking that not many people appreciate and might even be cut from the Academy Awards. Now they learned their lesson and brought it back, but we had it from the start. Here are your nominees for Best Editing in a Motion Picture.
Tom Cross, First Man, Joy McMillan and Nat Sanders, If Beale Street Could Talk, Ramel Ross, Hale County This Morning This Evening, Joshua Altman and Bing Liu, Minding the Gap, Lucian Johnston and Jennifer Lane, Hereditary.
Seamlessly blending timelines, creating a dreamlike atmosphere, that's something that our winner has accomplished, and our winner for Best Editing in a Motion Picture is If Beale Street Could Talk. Now, let's touch on an award that could give you tingles down your spine if it's done correctly. Here are our nominees for Best Original Score.
Justin Hurwitz, First Man. Nicholas Britell, If Beale Street Could Talk. Colin Stetson, Hereditary. Alexandre Desplat, Isle of Dogs. And Johan Johansson for Mandy.
Now, one thing's for sure, coming out of the movie, we all had this motif stuck in our head. So that's why we decided to give the Best Original Score award to First Man, composed by Justin Hurwitz. Now, no movie is complete without the supporting actors and actresses filling out the rest of the cast. So it's time to highlight those specific awards right now. Here are your nominees for Best Supporting Actor.
Alex Wolff, Hereditary. Brian Tyree Henry, If Beale Street Could Talk. Adam Driver, Black Klansman. Sam Elliott, A Star Is Born. And Sylvester Stallone, Creed 2.
And pretty much most of the movie was staring at this kid's face, and he killed it, so that's why we're giving the award for Best Supporting Actor to Alex Wolff in Hereditary. So we got the actor out of the way, so now let's jump into your nominees for Best Supporting Actress. Cynthia Erivo, Bad Times at the El Royale. Sissy Spacek, The Old Man and the Gun. Emma Stone, The Favorite. Rachel Weisz, The Favorite. Claire Foy, First Man. We've been seeing this person get a lot of recognition come award season, but that's because it's very deserved. That's why we decided to give the award for Best Supporting Actress to Rachel Weisz in The Favorite. So here we go. Now that we got supporting actors and actresses out of the way, it's time to jump into the leads. Here are your nominees for Best Actor in a Leading Role.
Ethan Hawke, First Reformed. Ryan Gosling, First Man. Robert Redford, The Old Man and the Gun. Bradley Cooper, A Star Is Born. Joaquin Phoenix, You Were Never Really Here.
Now this performance isn't appreciated enough this year, when we thought here at the Talan Brothers that it was one of the best of the year. That's why we decided to give Best Actor in a Leading Role to Ethan Hawke in First Reformed. Now that the actor is done, let's jump into the actress. Here are your nominees for Best Actress in a Leading Role. Toni Collette, Hereditary. Elsie Fisher, 8th Grade. Olivia Colman, The Favorite. Yalitza Aparicio, Roma. Emily Blunt, A Quiet Place. And the winner of Best Actress in a Leading Role is another criminally overlooked performance. Toni Collette in Hereditary. Now, if you listen to the podcast, you'll know that I am a huge fan of animated movies. That's why this category holds a special place in my heart. Here are your nominees for Best Animated Movie of the Year. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Early Man, Isle of Dogs, The Incredibles 2. And the winner is no shock to anyone, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now, I wish Nick was here to give out this one because he knows way more about this than me, but here are your nominees for Best Cinematography.
Linus Sandgren, First Man. James Laxton, If Beale Street Could Talk. Lucas Zal, Cold War. Robbie Ryan, The Favorite. And Alfonso Cuarón, Roma.
And what's crazy about this one is not only did he direct this movie, but he was also the cinematographer for it. The winner of Best Cinematography is Alfonso Cuarón for Roma. We gave some love to cinematographers, now it's time to give some love to the directors. Here are your nominees for Best Director of the Year.
Damien Chazelle, First Man. Barry Jenkins, If Beale Street Could Talk. Ari Aster, Hereditary. Lynn Ramsey, You Were Never Really Here. And Alfonso Cuarón for Roma.
And he's going back to back. The winner of Best Director of the Year is Alfonso Cuarón for Roma. Now, I have no idea how to introduce this one. We tried to describe it on the podcast. I'll try to describe it here. But you just know with this one. You just know. So here are your nominees for I Like It a Spice Award.
Bad Times at the El Royale. Mandy. Ready Player One. Annihilation. And Game Night.
And the winner of the I Like It a Spice Award had a little bit more kick than the other movies in this category. Ready Player One. Okay, we arrived at it. Best Picture of the Year. For this one, unlike the other ones, because we spent 3 hours debating on the other ones, we decided to cool it down and do it similar to how the Academy decides Best Picture. So we did a ranking, and with the highest point total, that's what won out of the three of us. So without further ado, here are your nominees for Best Picture of the Year. Roma. If Beale Street Could Talk. The Favorite. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Free Solo. First Reformed. First Man. Minding the Gap. Hereditary. Mission Impossible Fallout. And the winner of Best Picture of the Year is Hereditary.
At the end.
I don't like this. Dad, I don't like this.
What's happening? Nina! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother! Raise your house! Mom, what's happening? Make it stop! Make it stop!
I just don't want to put any more stress on my family.
Thank you guys so much for watching the Talan Brothers Awards. We'll be back next week with another podcast for you guys, and we look forward to doing more stuff like this all throughout 2019.
Say next year, hopefully we'll iron out a little bit of the system.
We're just gonna get better. Cut.